I would kill to see a horror movie that features Bass Pro Shop in some capacity.
Welcome to Tairimo Boys podcast. I'm your host Cody. With me in second chair is the boy who faced his greatest fear of clown strippers and survived. It's Ryan.
What's up?
You and clowns, Ryan, I swear.
I know, right?
Today we're continuing on with Tairimo Ween with the old 80s B-list movie Galaxy of Terror. So Ryan, have you ever heard of this movie?
Not in the slightest.
That's a surprise. I never heard of it, but apparently people around your age are very familiar with it because apparently during like the 80s and early 90s on late night cable TV, they'd constantly show this movie. That's where people have like memories of this movie.
Really?
Yeah,
It blew right past me. That's because we didn't have cable growing up.
that makes sense. Now I think about it. I didn't have satellite till I was like in fifth grade.
Our grandparents had
I
satellite. I never
know.
saw it on HBO.
Grandparents was the kicking happening spot if you wanted to watch good TV. But, anyways, Galaxy of Terror, for anyone unfamiliar with it, came out in 1981. The 81-minute movie. Budget on it was 1.8 million. It either made 4 million or 1.3 million. I don't know. You get such a wide range there.
Give or take.
But I think the whole thing comes down to like syndication on cable. Probably where they
Yeah.
made most of their money.
Yeah.
And this kind of movie kind of came out at the time that VHS and was starting to really come out. So, for anyone unfamiliar with this movie, basically what happens is that the movie feels like very Dune-esque, but it came out before the 1984 Dune. We reviewed that. I recommend watching that because that's a good review. It was inspired by the first Alien movie. James Cameron worked on this movie. Did you read that, Ryan?
I did.
Yep. He was the art director on it. And of course, in 1986, he would go on to direct Aliens, which is the second movie, and would be heavily inspired by this movie.
I think that was my favorite part about this movie.
Yeah, it did feel like very aliensy. At the beginning, too, it felt like really Star Warsy.
Yep.
And it felt very Dune-y. I don't know if Bruce D. Clark had read the Dune book, was kind of inspired by it. What year was Star Wars?
77.
Okay. So that probably lines it up too. Or you get the beginning that's very Star Warsy. But for anyone unfamiliar with this movie, basically the master of the universe, not to be confused with He-Man and his group.
Hey, man.
I really wanted to make that joke, so I went for it. But he sends like a crew to a kind of ruined planet where another ship he sent got crashed and everyone on board died. And they find a giant black pyramid where everyone's greatest fear ends up coming to life. And they've got to survive. So, Ryan, give me your first thoughts on this movie.
You know, this early 1980s CBS movie of the week was kind of fun.
Hold on. Whoa, whoa, whoa. We're not doing this again. But is it Tairimo Boys certified fun?
You know what? I'm going to go with the yes on this. I usually don't to movies like this, but I had fun with this one.
That's fair enough. I've really been wanting to get us more into like these early 80s movies, kind of like this, where you could see like the movie poster. I think John Cantor of Mars is like that too.
Yeah.
Just like stuff like this, but we always dance around it and review other stuff. Me watching it, did the movie have problems? Yes. Did I enjoy it? Yes. Is it the greatest movie in the world? No. But it's thoroughly enjoyable if you were to watch it late at night on cable TV.
You were high as balls.
This would probably make an excellent stoner movie, now that I think about it. And the thing is, too, about it, like I already said, the budget on it was 1.8 million. The budget on it feels like it's like really expensive because they did like really well on it.
Yeah.
Like I read that the walls of the spaceship were made out of like McDonald's takeout containers.
It's my favorite kind of building material.
Not the wire and
I
plaster,
just had
paper
McDonald's
mache.
last night.
Paper
I'm going to
mache.
get into the movie business now.
I doubt you can do that for 1.8 million nowadays. But it just goes to show you, like, you don't need like these overblown budgets. I think this is probably
Yeah.
more like 10 million today. Anyways, Ryan, name some things you liked about this movie.
I like the sets. I like the set pieces. I like the crew. Crew had good like chemistry. I liked some of the kills. I really liked how during most of this movie I was like, "Oh wow, Robert Englund's in this movie, and he's on the other side of fear." And then 3/4 of the way in, I was like, "Oh wait, he's on both sides." You seen Nightmare on Elm Street?
Uh, way, way, way long time ago.
Yeah,
We probably would
I
have.
didn't realize Freddy Krueger was in this movie.
We probably would have watched it if Jeremy had been around this term Halloween.
Yeah.
I know we were gonna watch Jason X. Always next year.
Oh,
I know that like there was a lot of actors too that got their they use this movie as kind of like a springboard for their career.
yeah.
Now, I agree with you, Ryan. Like the sets were amazing. Well, I mean James Cameron was the art director, so there you go. Some of the kills, yeah, they were good, creative. I will complain about the lady captain that kind of burnt herself. Or can you explain that
Yeah.
one to me? Like
I cannot.
okay, because I read is like what happened to her is like she has that trauma from the like escaping that planet or something. She thinks that there's a spaceship there, and then she goes in the airlock and with that laser anti tank rifle, and then incinerates herself. But like, I don't see how she would incinerate herself because an airlock wouldn't put like pure oxygen in there.
Yeah. I was also confused by that.
Okay, we'll just chalk that up for sci-fi magic.
Yeah.
But I have to ask, Ryan, what was your favorite kill though?
Favorite kill. I'm gonna have to go when the brunette. I can't even remember her name. Brunette lady got the tentacles around her neck and her face, and then her head exploded.
Exploded. Yeah, that was a good effect.
It's very Raiders of the Lost Ark.
That's what I was thinking. Like, there was like something in my mind thinking, it's like, what does this remind me of? But there you go, right there, Raiders. Mine was the guy with the crystal shuriken, where he's obsessed with that damn thing. But by the way, what'd you think about that
Yeah.
crystal shuriken weapon?
For a little bit, I thought it was a like a repurposed plastic utensil, but I actually kind of dug it.
Yeah, I love the creativity behind it. I mean,
Yeah,
in a sci-fi setting, it really doesn't make sense where these guys have like one-shot kill laser rifles, but
yeah,
like he uses creatively where he'll throw it into like a door and the door will get stuck.
yeah,
It just looks cool. But I would rank his death where he's so obsessed with that thing and it gets destroyed at one point, and then his death is the
yeah,
thing putting itself back together and then attacking him and cut off his arm and then kills him.
yeah.
This movie has a lot of creativity. Now, Ryan, I know you said you liked the characters and the chemistry. I mean, yeah, did they have good chemistry? Yep. But did you feel like all the characters were like really underdeveloped?
Yes.
Okay.
Particularly, I hate to go back to this but Freddy Krueger, Ranger. That one I did. The main dude is all right. Most everybody else was just kind of there, and I just felt at some point like they're just there to be killed.
Yeah, that's always a problem with horror movies. But make the cast where they're just there to die.
Yeah,
Then that's the thing. Ranger and the main character guy's name was Cabrin.
yeah. I remember that guy's name.
They had like some rivalry, but it really wasn't explained that well.
No.
But they both kind of survived the movie. And by the way, Camber was a dick because he figured out everything early and didn't tell anyone and let everyone get killed.
Totally agree.
Now I got a question for you, Ryan. Did you foresee the older guy? What was his name? Core. Did you see him being a twist of being the master of the universe?
I did not see that coming. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay, good.
You know, I should have because he was like the oldest guy there.
Well, I mean, not necessarily. I
Was he
mean,
the oldest guy there?
him and the like captain, not the like pilot, but the like commander guy that was leading it was pretty old. He was the commander guy was the one that kind of descended in the pyramid with the rope and then got killed
Oh,
by
I forgot about that guy.
yeah.
Yeah, never mind.
He got killed by
Yeah,
the leech tentacles with cartoony sound effects.
yep. Yeah, I forgot about that guy.
Okay, well, why did you choose that sound effect? Like I was just kind of laughing during that scene.
Yeah. Uh, you mean the like The squeeze tube sound effect,
Yeah,
the ketchup bottle that's
yeah,
empty.
yeah. It sounded like something like in Looney Tunes.
Yeah,
And what was his fear? Like tentacles that drained his blood. The whole thing just boils down to
I
like
guess.
they didn't characterize these characters very well.
Yeah,
Like the very first guy, the cowardly guy that gets killed on his own. Yeah, he gets. I mean, that's kind of his fear, getting picked off, scared. Like maybe the guy, the Crystal Shuriken, loved those things so much. Like maybe we could see that. And by the way, that character was supposed to have like a bunch of lines, but the guy who played him was like, these lines don't fit this character. They cut it down to like the one line. But what the hell's with Ranger? Like his a doppelganger is like his fear. That doesn't make any sense.
yeah. Is he afraid of himself? Is he like? Is it like Masters of the Universe, that the Kevin Smith one, where the lead girl's biggest fear was like how awesome she was?
That could be like an ego type thing, but
Yeah,
they just didn't expand on the characters enough.
that was my guess. Oh, you're kind of full of yourself, aren't you?
Then there was the one guy that got picked off in like the darkness. Like, I guess like creatures in the darkness was his fear. By the way, did you notice like every character, like at no point in time they're like, okay, we need to. Well, actually, they did say it like one time. It's like let's stick together, but they still found ways to get like separated.
Like, yeah, separated.
That's literally how everyone dies. It's just they get picked off like one by one because they get separated.
The guy with the shurikens. Do you know anything about that actor?
No, I really liked him though.
I thought he was in like a Rob Zombie movie, like The Devil's Rejects or something.
Let's see here. I wonder if
And I thought we reviewed something else with him in it.
he does. Looks like he did a lot of like these B list movies. It says
B-list boy.
who was Jay in Kill Bill Volume 2? It's like
Shit, I
uh,
didn't know that.
yeah. Who was Jay though? Yeah, he was in his most famous role
Oh,
seems to be like Kill Bill.
no, he was in Kill Bill. J.
Rob Zombie feels so numb. He was a pirate in the music video.
Ah,
He would make a good pirate, I think. Yeah, he's done a lot of stuff over the years. Ritual A Team, one episode. He was in 3 episodes of Fantasy Island. T.J. Hooker,
welcome to Fantasy Island.
Dukes of Hazzard, Buck Rogers. Yeah, like all this old stuff he was in. I think he died in 2019 at 80 years old. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we need to have a talk. Could we do Boob Bonanza? Yes, we could, but I'm taking like a V for Vendetta approach where we're not going to do it because it's disrespectful for what was going on. So, Ryan, unfortunately, we can't replace that with Rimjob Rave like we did with V for Vendetta. So, sorry.
I'll live.
But let's talk about the most famous scene in the movie. The scene where the biggest section of Wikipedia has dedicated it. The worm struggle snuggles scene. So, the guy who I don't know if he produced it, wrote the script. He wasn't it wasn't the director. It was like some guy behind the movie. The most important guy behind it.
Talking about Roger Corman.
Yep, that's him. He promised the investors that there was going to be a nude sex scene. So he ended up putting a scene where like a giant worm monster snuggles and kills like one of the chicks in this movie. Ryan, have you ever heard of this scene?
No, apparently it's incredibly infamous.
Yes.
I've never heard of this scene. I've never even heard of that actress.
Do you think like the investors saw this? Like this isn't what we what we paid for.
Yeah, I could just all see them collectively face palming in the boardroom.
Oh
They
yeah,
watched it.
yeah. And fun fact for you, that movie was supposed to be a lot more graphic, but the movie got an X rating in originally, and they had to cut it down
Yeah, I
to
wonder why.
get it like an R rating. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, if you're unfamiliar with this movie, there's a giant worm ends up snuggling a chick after dissolving her clothes and then kills her. And she's naked during that scene, like one of the ending scenes where Cameron is getting attacked by everyone's fears. But I was reading like the Wikipedia page on that, and it was like, oh yeah, this she got struggle snuggled because she had a fear of sex. It's like, where was this said during the movie? Do you remember it?
Nope.
I wonder if it was just like director or writer, word of God type thing, like outside of the movie.
Yeah.
But Like stuff like that, if they would have developed the characters more, would make a lot more sense.
Yeah.
Anyways, moving on. Something I really liked about this movie. So I'm gonna spoil the ending for everyone. If you don't want spoilers, go watch the movie and tune back in for the review. But yeah, so we find out at the end, of course, the character Core, he's master of the universe, kind of hiding by being like a member of the crew, and him and Cameron come face to face. It's like oh, this pyramid, it's basically a children's toy for a like alien race that they play around in it and conquer their fears, even though all these guys are getting like massacred. So maybe those aliens wouldn't be killed by it. Who knows? I found that like insanely creative. What about you?
Yeah, I actually like that plot point. Just 'cause I've never, I don't know, it was just really unique.
Yeah, it does like a lot of world building. It's like because you're really wondering about these aliens, but like it doesn't explain it, and that's perfect. Like you should explain the characters better. We don't need an explanation on the aliens, which is good. So it leaves like a air of mystery around it. But what ends up happening is there's kind of some standoff between Core and Cabrin, and Cabrin becomes like the new master of the universe. Like I don't understand all that. Did you understand any of it?
No, I wish though. I wish you had watched RoboCop Alpha Commando. That dude with his red face reminds me of RoboCop's boss in that show. And I was just every time I saw him on screen, I was just like, RoboCop.
I don't know. I think the ending was kind of going for. It's like, oh, some kind of destiny thing, but I just don't get the message. Like Cameron becomes like the new
Yeah.
master of the
Did you
universe.
find the very end right before the cut to credits kind of abrupt?
Yeah, it was
That's what.
abrupt, but I don't know what they would have put after it.
Yeah.
Like maybe they ran out of budget. That-
Yeah, I it cut to credits and I was like, "Oh, that's oh, it's over?"
I don't know. Maybe there should have been like a narrator saying what happened next. I think it might have been abrupt. But I think it was going for like, oh, now he's the master of the universe, and even though he said he wasn't going to
Yeah.
be, like, it's not something you can really escape. I just don't understand his like motives behind not wanting to be a master of the universe or why this whole thing was done in the first place.
Yep.
But whatever. Anyways, Ryan, let's do some boys in action. I don't want to hear no. I survived this movie.
I was going to.
Okay, fine. Enlighten me. What would you face and why would you beat it?
I wasn't going to say that. Tell you where I would die in this movie at most.
Well, I'm not worried more
Um,
about where you died, when you died. It's how you died. It's whatever the damn pyramid feels like getting you.
I died. One of my greatest fears is like losing a limb. So I guarantee you I'm going out like that guy. Just not as badass.
Something probably come down and keep cutting your limbs off until it got your head.
Yep.
You probably wouldn't be facing your fears. As for me, as soon as I descended into the pyramid, it would turn out that it was actually a Bass Pro Shop. Because I've told you my greatest fear is like historians thinking in the future that all the pyramids were Bass Pro Shops, and I'd probably fall into like
Uh-huh.
a alligator tank or something. So there you go. That was that boys in action.
I would kill to see a horror movie that features Bass Pro Shop in some capacity.
It's the Bass Pro Shop in public domain.
Yeah.
I don't know. You could do like maybe like some zombie movie where they're fighting zombies inside of a like fishing store.
Like Bass Pro Shop.
Yeah.
Go to the gun section.
There's our Tairimo Boys movie.
Yeah. They got crossbows there too.
Well, I mean, you don't want to go. You want it to be kind of like a comedy movie where at points you're using like fishing poles and stuff and paddles. So Ryan, final thoughts?
Um, I enjoyed it for what it was. You know, friends together, night, get high, watch this movie.
Yeah, it's a good Halloween movie to watch. Yep.
Yeah.
As for me, like I said, it's not the greatest movie ever. It's enjoyable. It probably would be a good movie to watch while you're high. Like I do really enjoy these movies that, well, just not just movies, but TV shows that do like an episode where characters have to face their greatest fears. The ones I was thinking of is you remember the X Files episode that was the cops crossover, X Cops.
Oh, I love that episode.
Yeah, that's well. I mean, it's considered one of the best episodes. But yeah, there's an episode of X Files where Scully and
Really?
Mulder go and yeah, oh yeah, People will tell you that's one
Huh.
of the greatest episodes. Like one of the
I
highest
really
rating.
thought that was like gimmicky.
It Ryan, you know that the like all the gimmicky episodes are like everyone's favorite. If you had someone watch the whole series and say their favorite is, it's gonna be that it's gonna be the X Cops episode. It's gonna be that uh the next to last season where you had that were lizard that was turning into the human, and then they had and the other one that people I know people consider it their favorite is that one where the Arthur's writing like that silly book. Well, it's a book about aliens and it's about Scully and Mulder. Like I think it's like Joseph Wales from Outer Space or something.
Oh yeah, Jose Chung from Outer Space.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Because
Yeah,
it's more of a gimmicky episode in comedy episode.
I love that episode too. All right, point. Yeah, good
Yeah.
point. I love that episode too.
But yeah, that episode was about that where it was like the TV show Cops where we had a camera crew following around Scully and Mulder and like some cops and they were chasing after like a monster that turned into people's fears and attacked them. And another good example is like the not the current season but last season's season finale of Rick and Morty where you had the scary hole. It was like the Twilight Zone. That episode was like really good. But yeah, watch this episode. Watch X Cops. Watch the Rick and Morty whole episode. All right,
I got a
Ryan.
lot of homework.
No, I was thinking those things during this movie. So yeah, people at home, you do have plenty of homework. I already did my homework. All right, Ryan. Let's scale this bad boy. So keep with Tairimo Ween. We've got the scary scale. So today's versus scale, well, scary versus scale, whatever. But today's versus scale is Alien versus Predator. So, Ryan, on a scale of the original Predator movie, which we reviewed, and I highly recommend everyone go watch that review, to Alien Resurrection, where would you rank this movie?
Well, I love Predator, and Resurrection is reportedly abysmal. So I'm gonna put it in the middle of the two, but kind of like one notch below the middle because it's a B movie.
Well, I mean, we've watched good B movies.
That's true. You know how snobby I can be.
Okay, well, that's fair enough. I mean, they could have just, it's fine, because this movie did need a little bit more work. But yeah, I think a completely middle of the road movie for this one. But like I said, certainly still worth watching. All right, everyone. Thank you for listening to another episode of Tairimo Boys podcast. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment. Tell us what your greatest fear is and how you'd conquer it. Don't forget to ring the motherfucking bell. Stay tuned for more episodes.